bit of a automotive tech tip. Typically, when I reuse some of my gaskets, and a lot of times you can reuse your gaskets if they're not torn or burned or anything. And you can see this gasket is in reasonably pretty good shape. Now, this is an intake gasket that I'll be putting back onto my head. And I like to use something called copper spray gasket stuff. This is pretty good stuff. I've had it for, I've been using it for probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. And it's only $7 or $8, and they make different versions of it. But you can make your gasket look like that to that. I mean, this turned out really good, and this will work just as good as going out and buying another gasket. Now, this will even work on head gaskets if your gaskets don't have any burnt places in them or cracks. You can't use it. But if your gasket is just kind of discolored and maybe has a few places on it where some of the gasket material is coming off, you certainly can use that, and I've never had an issue. And also it saves money, because a lot of times I know you have to buy a couple $100s in gaskets, but if you can save $50 to $100, hey, what's wrong with that, you know? But it does work pretty well, and you can see that gasket is ready to go on, and there's my intake. Now, just make sure your surfaces that you will be mating the gasket to is reasonably clean and smooth, and you don't want any chips or deep scratches, and you shouldn't have any issues. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one up here, and there's what it looks like now. We'll go ahead and spray the gasket copper maker on it. And as you see, as I just about finished up, it looks entirely different. It almost looks like a new gasket. So, like I said, the most important thing is make sure your surfaces are nice and clean when you put it back on, and make sure you get where the water jackets are, especially like right there and down there. Make sure you get a little extra on there. But other than that, it should work out pretty good. And we'll go ahead and finish up. We'll stick this on. Okay, we got the gaskets in, and we got the new spray on the gaskets, and it looks really good, and I don't see any issues why it will not work. And like I said, if you're out away from a parts store and your gaskets are actually in good shape, and this works great on metal gaskets. I probably wouldn't use it on a head gasket. I would probably spend the money on a head gasket. For intakes and smaller gaskets, it works just fine. I've never had an issue with it. So there you go. There's your tip for the day, and it's always good to have an extra can of this stuff, because you never know when you might need to help out a gasket and put it back together on a vehicle. And it will save you some time and money. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good one. So I'll go ahead now and put my intake on and finish up. Later.